Hello everyone and welcome to the Tea Rush, where we are on a mission to find the best tea in the world. Today I'm going to be reviewing a black tea from 7 Cups. They are based out at Tucson, Arizona in the US. I really wanted to try a black tea for a couple reasons. One, I've yet to review a black tea on this channel. And two, in the morning, my daily drivers that I go to, the first cup in the morning that I like to drink is either a green or a black tea. I find that those are the ones that help me wake up the best in the morning and help pep me up. And here is one that I currently drink most mornings, and as you can see, I am running low on it. This was a black tea that came in one of the Y2T Tea of the Month clubs over a year ago, and I was able to get my hands on like over 300 grams of it. So it's lasted this long, but now I need to find a replacement for it. This is called Jinya, and it is a Yunnan Golden Bud black tea. This is the first tea I will ever try from 7 Cups, so I'm very excited about that. Without further ado, let's get going on it. I have my pot warmed up and ready to go here. Here are the actual leaves. So as you can see, a lot of golden buds in there. Very bud heavy, very golden, very furry. There's some grays and blacks in there as well, but it's a beautiful looking tea. The description on the website really enticed me, so I went for it. And I'm hoping it tastes as good as it sounded. And let's see what these dry leaves smell like. A little bit of biscuity, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of creme brulee, a little bit of roasted, almost like roasted okra. There's some traditional black tea flavors as well coming through. Let's I'm just gonna give it a real quick rinse here, just to get these leaves wet and see how that smell holds up. Toasted marshmallows. It's almost burning plastic, maybe burning styrofoam, something close to that. I don't know, it reminds me of an easy bake oven for some reason. It's interesting, but there's still a lot of traditional black tea scent coming through, and some sweetness, a little bit of that caramel. Intriguing. Some good things, maybe a couple not so good things, but it's all in the taste at the end of the day. So that is what's most important. So let's go ahead and brew this guy up. Currently I have this at 93 degrees, and I'm just going to do this first steep around 30 seconds. I guess I should also say this is 5 grams I'm doing. This pot is maybe about 120 mils. So with the leaves all packed in there, you're getting probably a little less than 100 mils of actual liquid out of it. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see that, but there's the leaves after the first steep. Let's go ahead and give this guy a taste. Here's what the color of the liquid looks like. A very rich amber, bronze, a lot of activity. You know, there's a lot of the furries on those buds, on the leaves, so you can see them all swimming around in there now. A couple things to really enjoy. It's got a nice, soft mouth feel to it. It's got a sweet subtleness. There's no flavors really punching at you. It's definitely would be an easy drinker. Caramel isn't quite as pronounced as I thought it might be. It's got a real heaviness on the back of the tongue that you can really grasp the black tea flavor. Slight hint of astringency. So not a ton of sweetness. There's not a ton of floral, maybe a hint of it. It's There's not much going on here. There's not much complexity. It tastes like a sweet, slightly sweet caramelized black tea. This is something as soon as you taste, you're like, that's a black tea. I'm not getting very many flavors from it. It's kind of just dull. So that's the first steep at least. I'm gonna go ahead and start up the second one here and see if we can get anything else out of it. Okay, so second steep. There's the color on it, slightly darker than the first steep, but still has that bright, beautiful amber. Let's see what we can taste here. I would definitely say a little bit more, maybe on the floral side, has come out. What has not come out anymore is any additional sweetness, which is a little surprising. I thought by the look of the leaves and the smell of the leaves that we'd really get more of it. But overall, there's just not too much complexity to this. There's not that many flavors. There's not many notes I can pick out on it. Overwhelmingly, it has just that stereotypical black tea flavor to it. And I should mention, so this tea costs roughly 65 cents per gram. So it's a very high-end tea. It's not cheap. I drink black teas that cost a lot less than this that have more flavor. But I'm gonna keep drinking through this, try to see if I'm missing anything on it before I make my final analysis. You know, I did pick up some forest there, some greenery, some autumn leaves, autumn maple leaves on the forest floor type flavor. I mean, I could drink a lot of this, no problem. Yeah, it's good. There's nothing bad about it. There's just also not a lot of good flavor to it. Overall, I'd just say it's very subtle. Okay, let's go ahead and do a third steep here. Sometimes when I'm brewing first thing in the morning and I just want a big cup, I still want all the bold flavors of a gong fu session. So what I'll do is just some layered brewing. And I'll do 2 or 3 steeps at the same time and then just put all of them here into one vessel together. And when you get really familiar with a tea, you can start playing around with stuff like that. It doesn't always work out well, but it's something fun to try out with, especially when I just want to pour a bunch of tea before I go, into my office to work for the day. Pour a bunch of tea so I don't have to constantly be coming back here to re-steep, every 5 minutes. Okay, let's try our third steep here. Okay, I am actually getting a few more honeyed notes on this steep. So there is something there that wasn't there on the first 2. It's not a ton though. It's very, very subtle, like the rest of this tea is. Black tea flavor on the back of the tongue kind of overpowers where the sweetness wants to come out. But this is definitely the best steep thus far. It has the most amount of notes. It has, maybe a little bit of plumness to it. It has the leaves from the forest floor. It has a little bit of the floral note. So this is definitely the most well-rounded, complex of the steeps. But once again, there's just not a ton of it. I will say, it's making me feel really good. Everything I can tell, these leaves are really nice. These are pretty high quality leaves. Just from what I've smelled and seen and tasted, they definitely seem very high quality and they're making me feel good. which is, you know, one of the big things I look for my morning teas. Will it make me feel good? Will it be a nice pick-me-up in the morning? And this definitely feels like a nice pick-me-up. I'm gonna start to give it a rating, and, you know, I'll put this through a couple more steeps just in case. But I think I have my rating set at this point. And I'm gonna go with a 3. The reason I'm gonna go with a 3 for this is this comes off as very average to me. This tea isn't doing anything that a lot of teas a lot cheaper than this also do. I don't think it's worth the price point. It's not something I'm gonna remember a year from now, but there's nothing bad about it, so 3 it is. Okay, I'm gonna continue with this just because it is making me feel really nice. It's gonna be a nice pickup for the rest of my day. So I'm gonna be doing a few more videos reviewing tea from 7 Cups. I'm really looking forward to those. So it seems like they know what high quality leaves are, and I have like 8 more of them to go through, so I'm excited. You'll see future videos of me reviewing more of the 7 Cups tea. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your own tea journey. I'll see you next time. Bye.